It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks.
Rosie, sweet Rosie, you carry.
Lack of time is a lack of priorities. And in this video, we're going to figure out how to set those priorities straight and achieve that outlandish goal that no one ever thought you would.
Wait for me tonight. Every morning you wake me, it's way too early, but I don't care, you're not fair. Give me that look, now I'm dead, put me in a coffin. Now you keep me up at night.
We do not think in terms of decades. We think in terms of years. And we also do not think that our life is finite. We are under the impression that we're not actually going to die. Other people die, but it's not going to happen to us. I'll change my life later. When the reality is, we don't actually know how long we have. And if you knew that today was the absolute last day you were going to live your life, would you live your day the same way that you are right now if you knew tomorrow was the end? The answer is probably not. At least for me, it was not. Okay, so the 5 to 500 challenge is a simple challenge. I mean, in theory, it's simple. So the basic idea is I take 5 tasks and I do these tasks every single day with no days off, with no excuses for 100 days. And the reason I've chosen 100 days for this challenge is because of the 2190 rule. 2190 rule states that it takes 21 days to make something habitual and it takes 90 days approximately to make something a lifestyle. And every task, every day that I am able to accomplish, I get +1 points. And the task that I do not complete in that day, I get -1 and not 0, -1. Because in life, when you say you're going to do something, when you plan for something, but you don't actually follow through, you're not stagnating at the same level. You're going down because it's the start or it's planting the seed for you to give excuses and to procrastinate further. Now, I've selected 5 things which I think are going to make a huge difference in my life and I think will help you and make a difference in your life as well. But if any of these things are not valuable to you or if you don't think it will make your life better, then you can swap it out for whatever you want. But these are the 5 things that I'm going to work on. The first thing out of the 5 that I want to work on is something that I have tattooed on my arm. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you will know that creation over consumption is an important message in my life and an important way for me to live. So every single day, I am going to get to consume entertainment content only the same amount of time that I have created. So let's say that particular day I spend 1 hour creating, I get to consume only 1 hour of entertainment content. And when I say entertainment content, that includes Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, movies, anything of that sort. And for the days that I do end up spending a lot of time on creative projects, like I spend 9 hours editing, I get 9 hours to consume entertainment content that day. But that 9 hours, if not used in that day, cannot be carried over to the next day. And it also expires at 11:59 p.m. We think that we need to create and immediately share everything and every part of our life, when that's not true. Some art can be created just for yourself. If you're an artist, if you're a creative, it's important that we create stuff for ourselves. It's also something very empowering and powerful. And also another thing I have done to help with this creation over consumption is I've deleted social media apps off my phone. So that means the only way I can consume Insta or Twitter is by logging in to my desktop account. The next 2 things that I've planned on this list is to do with improving my health. Now, I've been very conscious of my health for years now. I've been exercising, I've been trying to eat right. But what happened is the last 6 months maybe, it started with I injured my toe to the extent that I couldn't walk for a week. And after that, when I could walk, whenever I tried to walk or when I tried to exercise, I was struggling with having balance issues. I was struggling with experiencing pain in my toe, and it's my big toe. And I still do struggle with those things today as well. But this struggle has left me not being able to exercise properly. And that has also made me make excuses like I'm not going to be able to exercise properly, so I can skip today's workout. And this kind of laziness and procrastination has led me to a place where I'm not happy. And I thought to myself, if you know David Goggins' story.
You run every day, but I don't think people understand how fucked up your knees are.
No,
Like
they don't.
you run every, when you sent me that x-ray after your surgery, and I looked at what they did to your knee, and and I looked at what it looks like,
Right.
what the actual bone on bone looks like, and
Right.
how it had distorted because there's no cushioning at all.
No.
And the doctor said to you, I can't even believe you could fucking walk on these knees.
Yeah.
Forget about run thousands of miles. So you're doing this every day in constant pain.
Right.
He pushes himself and still does the unthinkable and the impossible. I'm making excuses just for my toe. Yes, it is hindering my process, and yes, it is making things harder, but that's it. It's just making things harder. It's not making things impossible. And me slacking off has led me to the point where I'm insecure about my body. And that's the reason why I'm wearing such big sweatshirts and big clothes. So I'm going to reveal it now. As you can see, I got a gut. I'm not in the best shape. I'm not feeling all that healthy. And that's why I'm going to take these 2 steps to make this better. And the 2 steps are, one is exercising every single day, no days off. And I'm going to be doing this for 100 days. So that means my birthday, New Year, Christmas, all comes within these 100 days, and it's going to be no days off, no excuses. And the other step that I'm going to take is intermittent fasting every day. Now, I've been able to do intermittent fasting on and off pretty well over the last couple of years. But then I should take Sundays off, and when there is really nice breakfast, I should take the days of breakfast off. But this time, it's going to be 100 days of intermittent fasting, no matter what. Intermittent fasting and exercise has to happen every single day for 100 days. The 4th thing that I'm going to do is something that I believe we all in this world today would benefit from doing. And the idea for it came.
If you can't sit silently with yourself, with your thoughts, then you are not living an intentional, examined life. And I think to be addicted to your phone or to be living in that reactive mode where you're constantly distracting yourself robs you of something that we need as human beings, which is rumination and boredom. That is the juice of creativity. And as a creative person, somebody who does this show and talks to amazing people and is writing a book and is very much in a space where your creativity is really the driver of everything that you do, I would say to you, it is of paramount importance to protect your boredom, to protect your quiet time.
He's right. In my life, I've noticed it as well. Like, we're so used to being stimulated all the time that we don't actually get time for ourselves to be bored. And if I think back on the times when I felt most creative and had the best creative ideas, it was when I was either cycling or riding a bike. And the reason being, because when I'm cycling and riding a bike, I'm not stimulated by any video, any audio. I'm not talking to anybody. It's just me, myself, and I. And that is what stimulates the boredom, which stimulates the creativity. So that's why I've decided that one of the tasks is going to be me sitting for 30 minutes every single day with no devices, no stimulation, no podcast, no music, and not even trying to meditate or journal or doing any task. And this is something that I've tried for the first time today. And even though it was hard, I found myself having thought processes and thinking about things that I would have not thought about in a long time, because we just don't allow ourselves time to think and be with ourselves and go down different thought processes because we're just so overstimulated. Now, the last thing is something that's very personal to me, and you guys can swap it out for whatever you want. But the last thing that I'm going to be doing is writing a poem every single day. I love poetry, I love creative writing, and I've been doing a lot of writing these days. But one thing that I want to enhance, a skill that I want to make better of mine, is poetry. So I'm going to be writing a poem every single day. So by the end of 100 days, I should have 100 poems, and I should be a little better at poetry writing than I am currently right now. Now, this might not be relevant to you, so you can swap it out for whatever you want, but swap it out for a skill that you want to improve and want to become better, because you're going to be doing it for 100 days. So 100 repetitions is going to make a huge difference and make that skill so much better, or make you much more skilled at that particular task. Also, I told you guys that I will be giving you all access to my journey. So the way I've done that is I've created a sheet with the columns of the days and the tasks, and I'm going to be scoring them according to the +1 and the -1 scoring system that I talked about initially. But this sheet is going to be in the description. The link is going to be in the description for you to see and follow. So you can use this sheet as a template to create your own sheet. But also, I find when you're doing something, if you're doing it with other people, it makes it a lot more fun and a lot more easier. And so you can download it and create your templates, and also you get to see the day-to-day progress, so you're not going to be doing this alone. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I do have a humble request. Please consider subscribing to this channel, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. And also, we're going to be having a lot more videos about this journey, so we together can break away from our average life and unlock unknown potential.